Hello, everybody. TehJew22 here, and this is a first time for a long time, actually, that I'm having some deep thoughts, and kind of took me some time, and it kind of took me some thought into it. Uh, I was trying to get the live chat on, but all right, there we go. It's on. So the thoughts I've been having has a lot to do with uh, a friend, or rather the younger brother of a friend, close personal friend of mine. I'm not going to mention names, but my friend's brother, he like it broke my heart when I found out that he just became very despondent. And what I mean by that is, hey, Greninja Power, hey, how's it going, man? I was just about to start the show, but yeah, a good friend of mine, his brother lost his girlfriend, not because the girlfriend died, but because she left him. And I don't know what to say, because like I've been through heartache before, and it's not fun. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know about you, Greninja Power, or anybody that's watching this long after this has been posted, but I really don't know how you would feel about it. I really don't. But it just it just kills me, because I've been there. It I it kills me every single time, man. I mean, I don't. I'm kind of at a loss for words. I really am. But for you, Greninja Power, how are you doing tonight, man? You've been there too. Yes. Well, the thing is, it was kind of a lot different for me, because for me, it was the first time in a long time that I had loved, and um, and she just, well, she didn't just outright rejected me, but she definitely led me on, or at least that's how I felt about it. I mean, but but for him, he was devastated. My friend's brother was devastated. But you've been there. Yeah, I am hyped that this is the last week of school. I mean, for me, this is my last week of college semester. So I mean, this is just the culmination um, of what is it, of like doing a report, and then turning it in on time, and the fact that it was also a group project to boot made it even harder. But I'm happy for you, man. I'm happy that you're feeling good, and again, I'm trying to start up a conversation. But hey, you know what? You're part of the conversation, and anyone that wants to get in on this, um, if you want me to do more of these, I'm more than happy to do it. Especially if it means I can talk with people in the live chat. So I appreciate that. So yeah, I might even give you a link in the description for Greninja Power. Like when this is officially uploaded. Of course, I can't do it right now because it's a live, being recorded live. But yeah, man, I'm very happy. And let's see, who else, or what else I should say, I could talk about. But yeah, my friend was devastated, and it also kind of affected me too, because it was like, it reminded me of my first, or not my first, but my last love that I had. Yeah, it devastated me, and I'm just thankful to the good Lord above that I was able to recover. I mean, that doesn't mean it didn't hurt any less, but it still hurt. But I'm just thankful that I got out of it. Let's see, other stuff we can talk about. Um, hmm. You know what, Greninja? What do you think? What should I talk about? You know, I want to hear what you have to say about this. Hmm. I guess while he's thinking about it, really the only other thing I could talk about is how I noticed that some people that I've known for quite so many years are not as happy as they used to be. Part of it has a lot to do with YouTube not being as fun as it used to be. Though to be fair, I mean, I've always done it as a hobby. I never did it to make money. So it doesn't really affect me all that much. And plus, I make money, at a real job. So that doesn't kill me all that often. But I know that it's affected a lot of other people, like the guys that really like to play. I mean, heck, I mean, he talked about it in the last stream that he had uh, when he was streaming on Twitch. Excuse me. He was streaming on Twitch about how the whole revenue system is just broken beyond repair, and you know what? I really hope they do fix that, at least for the sake of Chris and the other guys that we like to play, as well as all those other video makers that make it. Okay, so we have a question. We have oh oh I'm sorry. He says I do YouTube as a hobby too. What are your plans after college, though? Well, simply put, my plans are to get a job that pertains to my degree, and that is a bachelor's in accounting. That does not necessarily mean I intend to be a CPA, because CPAs, they have to go through. I mean, yeah, they make lots of money, but they have to go back to school on a constant basis, and that is the last thing I need. So, if anything, I might be a bookkeeper. I might be one who takes care of the finances of. I mean, but of course, there's more than one job that could do that. I mean, there's a couple of other jobs that I could work at or do. I mean, I'm not just limited to accounting, but it does help to get your foot in the door. Um, but also, I do want to spend some time, like any free time I do have, I want to spend some time with either, well, not necessarily on YouTube, but sometime I might want to do Twitch. Like, because I always wanted to do Twitch, but I've never been able to get around to it, in large part because of the fact that, well, I've had to worry about school. So that's something right there. So so yeah, props to you, man. If you want to do YouTube as a hobby, because I know that some people, like I said, some people are not happy, and in fact, in one particular case, and this is for everybody else that has followed me for so many years, that has heard of the YouTuber known as Genetera, Genetera, Genetera. She used to be a Let's Player, and up until now, she was very good at the Let's Play business, but unfortunately, she grew very disenchanted with it, and she finds herself doing a lot of what is it? Arts and crafts, and like speed paint, or maybe even live paint as well, kind of like Bob Ross or something like that. So I just thought to myself, well, as long as she's happy, I'm happy too. But yeah, some people are exiting the Let's Play business because it's not as fun as it used to be. I mean, and part of it is not being able to make as much money as you used to, and then another part of it is just it is so stressful to make a Let's Play. I love the Let's Play business, but I mean, but even then, I find myself on the way out myself. But I'm not leaving right away, but I might be leaving not long after that. But but that's just me, though. Any other questions, Greninja Power or whoever else is in the chat? Let's see what we have. Okay. I guess while he's thinking about that, other deep thoughts. Well, I guess the only other thing I could talk about is the fact that oh, Fries is here. So we have Fries 101 reviews. Another good old friend of mine. I believe I first met him when I was I forgot. Oh yeah, that's right. I first met him. He wanted to be part of the TehJew22 talk series. I mean, eventually he got on and got in on that, um, but no, I really got to know him at the ad apocalypse because we need family. Okay, the problem for YouTubers right now is the ad apocalypse because we need family friendly content videos. Okay, that's a problem for the YouTubers that curse a lot. What are your thoughts on it? Well, uh, I, you know, well, since I don't make money off of it, it really doesn't affect me all that much. But I could see how that could hurt the people that want to be themselves and are forced to be family friendly. So I could see how that would cause a lot of grief. But at the same time, uh, I could also see how that how it would have been caused in the first place. Uh, again, I really don't know. Uh, I mean, I would have I never really thought about it that way before, so I might have to get back to you on that one. And then, and as I was saying about Fries, I mean, I really got to know the guy uh, when I was playing Mario Kart 8 Standard. That's what I'm going to call it, Standard, because there's Deluxe and then there's Standard. But it was Standard that I met him through. Uh, I also met what is it? Crazy Candy Lady. Or actually, no, I met her somewhere else. Sorry, but it was also around that time that I met John McButternugget One from McButternugget One that I met him through. So I just wanted to give you a little story on that one. Let's see other thoughts. Um, hmm, other stuff. Well, of course, being that it is finals, not a lot of people are uploading at around this time. In fact, it really isn't until towards the second half of May that people start uploading again. That even includes myself. So for those of you wondering where the videos have been, that's where they have been in developmental hell, just because just because of college, among other things. I mean, there's a couple of other personal things, but that's practically the gist of it. Um, yeah, we talked about that, Fries. We did. As for Greninja Power, I met him through Tan Man C. Uh, like Tan Man's, I was talking with Tan Man one time, and he mentioned and other reasons. I'm pretty sure there's other reasons like copyright shit and among other things. I just really think that while companies have the right to claim their content because it is theirs, no, don't be afraid. Don't be. It's just it's as much my bad as it is yours. But anyway, yeah. The copyright is also the only other reason I could think of, because copyright just, while I get how companies need to claim their stuff, at the same time it would be nice to come up with a revenue sharing plan, a much better one than what is given apparently. But That's just me though. Let's see. Where was I again? Oh yeah, Greninja Power. I met him through Tan Man, and Greninja Power. Of the times I have talked with him, like personally, uh, he's pretty cool. I like Greninja Power. I mean, I know that he can curse a lot, but if you can get past that, he's a really nice guy. Uh, that being said, though, do check him out and do check out Fries. I'll put their channels in the description when this is uploaded. I mean, I can't do it right now just because, again, it's we are recording live. Let's see, other deep thoughts. Any other subjects you guys want me to talk about? Or you can also suggest some other topics. Actually, let me look at one of my the last time I did a video like this. Hang on a second. Someone made a suggestion, but I forgot about it. So let me look for it. Just going through all my videos here. But yeah, pretty soon I'm gonna have to go to bed myself, and Hey, oh, okay, so it's not here. I'll have to look for it then. On the fidget spinners. Yeah, we'll do it live. We'll do it live. The fidget spinners. I don't know what those are. What are the fidget spinners? I've never heard of that one. That's actually pretty new to me. I don't know what that is. What is that? I'm pretty sure that it's something, but I just don't remember what it is, or don't know what it is actually. Okay, here's the video. Oh yes, I was talking. You'll show me on Hangouts the fidget spinners. Oh yeah, McButternugget1 asked me to talk about the Switch. You know what? The Switch is awesome. In fact, so awesome. I ordered the Mario Kart 8 bundle. Uh, yeah, you'll have to show me on Hangouts because I don't know what that is though. I really don't. But as far as the Switch, from what I've seen, it looks awesome, and I do want to get it. In fact, I ordered it with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it also comes with not one, not two, but three downloadable games, including Shovel Knight, which sounds pretty cool actually. And it just so happens to also include an SD card of 64 gigabytes. So that's awesome. Just the fact that I have something like that to hold in terms of memory. Okay, let's take a look and see where it is. Yeah, it's sold a lot, especially with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, as well as Breath of the Wild, which I don't have much to say about Breath of the Wild because it's indescribable. That's what it is. In fact, if you want to know more about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, do talk to my good friend, or actually a couple of good friends actually, Toad the Gamer, as well as Pika Plays HD, And unless, of course, Greninja Power wants to talk about it here, he's more than welcome to. But the other guys I've just mentioned, they love Breath of the Wild so much. Um, it's a pretty cool game, but of course I haven't played it yet. But from everything I've been told, it's a tremendous game. And as for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, just the fact that they made the battle mode better, they've added uh, a few new characters as well as a few new cart combinations. Just the supplemental things. Not to mention, I'll tell you more about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe a little later, but uh, and Fries is saying he wants to get it, and he's hoping to get it by August for his birthday. So I hope he gets it. So let me look on let me look at Hangouts for a moment, just because. Okay, so Greninja Power says, of course you can't see it, especially long after the fact, because well, you won't be able to see it. He says, I have played it and it's amazing. Honestly, for the only Legend of Zelda game I've played, it's amazing. The visuals and the fact that you have to be crafty and solve puzzles is fun. I understand why IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. Wow. That's that's incredible. That's more than the standard 8.6 that it usually gives. But 10 out of 10, that's something there. I mean, not to say that I take IGN at its word all the time, because most of the time I don't uh, take them at their word. But if they give it a 10 out of 10, that speaks volumes actually, because they normally never give that ever. So that's saying something. Yeah, it is a good game. Probably one of the best. Probably best game of the year. Uh, Although there's a couple of people that might say that Persona 5 is game of the year. I don't know. Between the two of you guys that are in the live chat as of this time, as well as the people that are listening to this when this does get posted long after the fact, what do you think will be the game of 2017? Put it down in the comments. I want to hear what you have to say about it. Maybe I might even talk about it next time if this gets enough traffic. So yeah, we'll see what we get, man. So oh, okay, here we go. Ooh. Yeah, I've never seen that. Like I'm just looking at what Greninja Power gave me, but I have never seen that. So that's actually something there. Okay. But let's see. Oh, we have one. Electronic Arts Star Wars Battlefront 2. That is a pretty good game. I mean, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I can see how that would be a great game because, if you like battling, if you're kind of like into not Call of Duty, but the Battlefront series, that would be awesome. Or WWE 2K 2K18. You know what? 2K18's a pretty good game. Um, Although, actually, no, wait, that game has not come out yet. So, I mean, it's a potential one, but it's something there. Super Mario Odyssey will be up there with Breath of the Wild, along with Sonic Forces. Sonic Forces, I've heard some good things about it, but of course, it's still kind of early. which will have the full which will have a full potential of gameplay. Yeah, there's a lot of potential, but so far, Breath of the Wild, uh, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and Star Wars Battlefront 2. I think those are like the top three for me right there because those games are already out and they already look really good. But again, it is very early to tell. I will just say that. Let's see. But as for deep thoughts, man, I I'm just trying to think of other things I could talk about, but oh, the Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, as suggested by the Power, Greninja Power. You know what? I I really love the original. Uh, I have never played. Well, I okay. I played the second and third at my cousin's house, but I've only played in its entirety the very, 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 very first Crash Bandicoot game. Let's see, Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I've heard a lot of good things about the Uncharted series. I've never played a game. 4.5. I've never played the game, so I wouldn't know how good it is. But I know that my good friend TrueWho82 has played the Uncharted series a few times, so he would know how good that series is. But I know that it's really good amongst a lot of other ones. Also, Greninja Power has pre-ordered Crash as well as The Lost Legacy Uncharted, so he's hyped. Wow. I'm just hyped to get Mario Kart Deluxe, which kind of goes back to what I was talking about with that particular game because not only do I get to play it with Fries, Greninja Power, but also a couple of other friends like our friends like Toad the Gamer, Jacoy, McButternugget John, Tamancy, as well as Rhinor and Tyrone. In fact, Tyrone and Greninja Power. Oh, Greninja Power says my brother is crazy for Uncharted. He beat all four games on crushing mode, which is the hardest mode on every game, and he's younger than me, says Greninja Power. And Fries has also said that he's also played every single one and has recorded them as such when he was playing them blind. Wow. So that's something there. The fact that you can play a game that was blind and that your brother, in Greninja's case, he was younger than him. I'm like, wow. So you're saying that your brother is a polywog and he beat all four games. Is that what you're telling me, Greninja? But hey, you know what? Just as much as I was a toad, I probably was a polywog, I guess. Although I was more of a Mushroom Kingdom toad, so I don't think that was quite it, though. But I will tell you guys that I am feeling much better than I was when I started the the stream. So I appreciate you guys taking the time. So as well as anyone else that's listening to this. So thank you for watching. I'm not done yet, but I will just say that he's trying to 100% them by collecting every artifact, says Greninja Power. You know what? I'm happy for him, man. Very happy. Um, but yes, let's see. What do we got? Oh, hey, my goodness! We have yet another guest. We have the great Greedy Selfish 97. Now, here's another person that is a big friend of mine. I almost forgot about him. but then again, I haven't heard from him. I can't even talk. I haven't heard from him in a long time, but I'm happy to see him. But Greedy Selfish, if you don't know, is a big fan of my wrestling series. Probably the biggest fan I have, other than Rick XDN. But it's great to have Greedy Selfish on the show, so you guys can say hello if you want to him, and vice versa. But yeah, Greedy, I was having some deep thoughts, and ultimately it just turned into a conversation with Greninja Power and Fries. But now I can have you into the conversation. So, Greedy, what is it that you want me to talk about? Anything that you want me to get some? You want to hear my thoughts on, or ask a question of? I guess while I let him do that, I was talking about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I was oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna play with Greninja Power, Fries, and all our other friends. I don't know about Greedy, but then again, I think he has. I forget if he has an Xbox or a PlayStation. I forget which. He has one of those systems. So if you have a PSN or an Xbox Live, you can add him that way. But Greedy, I'm happy to see you, man. I'm just elated. That's all. But let's see. Uh, Not only that, but there's a couple of other people that I would like to play. Oh, of course, not everybody has it yet. Well, still, I do look forward to playing with you. And TT Games has revealed the next Lego game. Yeah, another thing about Fries is that he's a big, big fan of the Lego games. And while that's happening, we have the, I guess you could say, the heir apparent to the Dickey's restaurant, barbecue restaurant. Nah, not really. We have Kevin Dickey 12, so it's great to have him on the show. Okay, so Greedy Selfish. Ow, 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 ow. Kind of hurt my leg there. I'm fine. Okay, so Greedy Selfish 97 says, thoughts on the state of pro wrestling in 2017. Uh, Happy to see you. And he has an Xbox 360. So if you have an Xbox 360, I guess you can just add him that way. Uh, Before I get to the thoughts on pro wrestling, hello, Mr. Dickey, and Greninja Power says the only people that he knows that has it is John Reinor, and that's it. Well, I hope you do get it soon. If not, I can still play Mario Kart Standard, Mario Kart 8 Standard, if that's all right with you. And back to the pro wrestling in 2017. I mean, it's okay, but it's not as fun as it used to be back in 1997. Like back in 1997, you had Stone Cold, you had Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and then in WCW you had the NWO and what is it? Lex Luger, Sting, the Four Horsemen, uh, uh, along with Ric Flair, and then and that was just the top of the card. I mean, we also had a couple of mid carders, and some of those mid carders included the likes of Diamond Dallas Page and Goldberg when he was just starting out. And then in the World Wrestling Federation, which later became the WWE, you had Hunter Hearst Helmsley, who later became Triple H, and you had Rocky Maivia, who was the Intercontinental Champion at the start of the year, uh, who later became The Rock. So wrestling was happening back in 1997, but in 2017, I mean, really, the only thing we have is like Finn Balor and maybe even AJ Styles, and that's just being generous because most everything else is like whatever. It's so bad that uh, It's so bad that I'm hoping that SMF comes back, but highly doubt that. Anyway, uh, okay. Well, Farai says that his Xbox 360 broke, so so much for that. What movies am I excited for this year? Uh, Before I get to that one, Greedy Selfish says that it's focused on in-ring stuff rather than storytelling these days. Well, it's good that they focus on the in-ring stuff because, well, sometimes the simplest stories happen in the ring. But I get you in the sense that it's not long term. I really wish it was because not only that, social media has definitely ruined it in the sense that you can't just you can't believe in it. It's like I mean, I guess you have to suspend a disbelief with normal soap operas like uh, what is it like soap operas such as General Hospital. I mean, you can believe in what happens because it's just a soap opera. Well, that's kind of what wrestling is in a sense, but yeah, social media definitely ruined it, and I mean, I just try to look at it as for what it is, but it's just not as fun. That's the only bad thing about it. But I'll get back to more about that later. But to answer Greninja Power's question, what movies am I excited for this year? I was excited for Mighty Morphin until I found out what it was, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm just face palming myself because it's like it just does not look like the Power Rangers I'm accustomed to. I mean, in fact, the original 1996 movie, I think it was in 1996. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie in 1996 was far and away the best Power Rangers movie I've ever seen because it's just loosely based on what happened on the television show. But I loved it. It was awesome back in that at that time. But as for this year, I really don't see any movies that would otherwise be like, I want to see that. I don't get that. I think the last time I was ever excited to go to the movie was Shrek 2 back in 2004. You heard right, 2004. I have not been excited to go to the movies in a long time. That's how bad movies have just not been for me, really. Yeah, it's supposed to be, yeah, to target the fans of the old Power Rangers, but it just didn't hit with me really because, I mean, for one thing, I mean, I get that you have to use a different cast because the original actors can't do it because well they're older and they can't do it as well as they used to. So I can understand that, but at the same time, it would have been nice to have the OG Power Rangers uh, hand over, kind of like a passing of the torch, if you will. That I actually would have been more receptive to that, if nothing else. But then Greedy Selfish kind of took the words right out of my mouth when he says it tries too hard for a darker tone. That's the problem because Power Rangers is kind of it has the cheese, but that's what actually made it good was the fact that it didn't take itself too seriously. So that's what I loved about the original one. Deadpool 2, not a fan of the Deadpool series, although I have a cousin who loves Deadpool, so congrats to him. Although to be fair, I do have Deadpool in my wrestling series. And speaking of that, it'll be coming back as soon as finals has concluded. That's the only reason it's taken that long, really. And that oh, okay, so Greedy, Selfish, and Fries are just talking. Okay. Let's see who else is in here. I wonder where Kevin went. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, great topics though. I appreciate that. All of a sudden, this is turning into a Q and A session. I was not expecting that, but I'm happy. Uh, so thank you guys. Kind of wish I had other people, but you guys are awesome. I will say that. You guys are awesome. Let's see other stuff. Um, hmm. Oh yeah. Greedy. How has life treated you this year? You know, like, are you planning on any? Are you making any plans, or like, are you planning to get the Switch, or are you trying something different? You know, things like that. I mean, if you don't have to answer if you don't want to, and I could probably offer the same question to like Greninja Power and Fries if you want to answer. But yeah, uh, I kind of started this whole thing because I was talking about how heartbroken my friend's brother was, and yet it turned into this. But that's how it happens sometimes. But for everybody else in the comment section, if you're listening to this, I just want to say thank you for watching and thank you for listening. And Greedy Selfish says that he wants to get into college and he wants to get a PS4 or an Xbox One. Yeah, what happened with my friend's brother is that I already told Greninja Power and Fries the story, but what happened was his brother's his brother's girlfriend just practically dumped him at the altar. They weren't getting married, but but it kind of felt like that. And something new that Greninja Power started was that he is doing a Kingdom Hearts Let's Play. Of Kingdom Hearts Let's Play that he's starting. He bought the 1.5 and the 2.5 HD remix because of Tyrone Gaming. Well, I wish you the best on that, man. That's all I'm going to say on that one. And but forgive me if I'm not very organized with what I'm doing, but oh yeah, what prompted this was the fact that what happened to my brother's friend, or my friend's brother rather, and I'm planning a let's play at some point. Got any tips? Oh, okay. Well, if you're going to record, make sure that your phone is not a potato. I mean, I guess if that's all you have, then that's all you have. But the only other tip I have is be yourself. Do not try to pretend to be someone you're not. Like, you can't pretend to be me, and you can't pretend to be like HC Bailey or anybody else. You got to be you. In fact, that's what Sammy Davis Jr. Sung a song about that, and that's you got to be you, just like he had to be him. And also have fun when you play the game or do a let's play of it, because if you're not having fun, there's no point in doing a let's play. So you have to have fun with the game that you're doing. And it also helps to know if you know what you're doing in a game. So that's another one. So I wish you the best, man. Um, But oh, now I remember what I was gonna try to say. Sometimes it just escapes me, but you have an HD camcorder. You will definitely be yourself. Nice Sammy Davis Jr. reference. Yes. Okay. It's nice to know that someone knows who Sammy Davis Jr. is, because I know some people are like, Sammy who? You know, Sammy Davis Jr., one of the best singers of all time. But anyway, what I was trying to get at with my friend's brother is that uh, he doesn't have to be sad because he's got a friend in me. You know, I just told him, like, just before he left to just go up to his room and sulk up there, I said to him, "You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me." Like, I just tried to lighten up the mood, but I realized he was upset, so I just thought, all right, I'll just give him some time. Um, but as for how long he'll be out of it, I don't know. Because I remember when I was brokenhearted, I didn't close down my channel, but I definitely was gone for a while. So that's something there. So let's see what else. I guess that's practically it, unless anybody else wants to say something. But yeah, love stinks, of course. Yeah, love stinks. Yeah, yeah. Like, and then there's love hurts. Love scars. I mean, there's a lot of songs that talk about how much love stinks and hurts at the same time. It really does. But you know what? Lou Rawls also sung a song about how love is a hurting thing, and it really is a hurting thing. Because why does it cause so much joy and yet causes a lot of pain? It's just I never could get it, but I could see how that would hurt though. Yeah. Uh. Hmm. But yeah, I'm just happy that I was able to have a chat full of people, or people in the live chat. So yeah, next time I do one of these, definitely be in the live chat, because if you want your questions to be answered, uh, do show up. You don't have to, but it's just something that you know would be awesome. Okay, Greninja Power says, "Hey bro, I have to go to sleep. I got finals tomorrow. It was nice talking to you. Talk to you later." You know what? Good night, Greninja Power. And in fact, I might actually have to go to bed myself pretty soon. But love is like a razor blade, double edged for single lives. Oh, tell me about it. I mean, I'll just say this much: if you knew who it was, you would absolutely be not gobsmacked, but God smacked the band in the face if you knew who it was. But until the day comes where I can easily talk about it, at this point, as far as myself is concerned, now is not the time. There's a time and a place for everything, but now is not the time. So, nonetheless, though, if for the people that leave a comment on this video, um, tell me what you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it next time whenever we do something like this. So until then, this is your host, TehJew22, signing off. And until then, have a good night, and God bless everyone. All right, peace.